Alternative, I'm William Cook, and I'm about to listen through my favorite songs of February. Throughout the past month here, I've put together album ratings for 26 albums and 7 EPs. And there's a handful of other albums that I've touched on that I haven't really got around to putting together ratings for, that I probably won't get around to doing that for. But 26 albums, 7 EPs. It was a lot of music this past month for me, and I'm really trying to, at this point in my life, be able to stay on top of music as it comes out. I want to be able to, at the end of February, be able to give you my favorite songs of that month, give you a roundup of the albums and EPs and other songs I was listening to that month. I don't want to talk about it 2 months down the road. I want to talk about it right now. So I've got a whole bunch of music that I want to talk about over the next couple of videos, starting off with the best songs of the month. And for the first time, I put together a worst songs of the month playlist. When it comes to my music listening, if it's a song I don't like, I don't try and dwell on that. I don't advertise bad music. I just throw it to the side and I move on. But it's all about music discussion, and you know, with the good comes the bad. And I thought, hey, if I'm sharing the good stuff, I should also share the stuff that didn't impress me so much. I'm not going to spend much time on these songs here with you, but a quick look at the playlist I put together of my worst songs of February. I have this playlist along with the best of and the noteworthy singles of February linked in the description. I'll get to the noteworthy in a second. But as for these worst songs of the month, it pretty much comes down to artists that I follow, that I would expect maybe something better from. If it's an artist I never liked to begin with, then I'm not going to throw you on my worst of the month. I had no expectations to begin with. You know, I'm not going to call you a bad song unless I had expectations going into it. But yeah, Lil Lotus on a song with this artist, Nathan James. Never heard of him, but Lil Lotus on this track, Jeepers Creepers. It's annoying. Aliens by Xylo. Sorry, Xylo. I love some of her stuff. Ride or Die from a few years back was top 5 song of the year for me. And this song, easy kind of stoner pop, just not doing much though. Shinigami Eyes, Grimes, after Player of Games, that song amazed me back in December. This song is the side of Grimes that doesn't do it for me. We got a new song from Nova Twins that is a total bust. Machine Gun Kelly with Willow. I'm sure you've heard this. Emo Girl. No, not good. Story Untold, a group that I would recommend their song Delete. That song is absolutely stunning, but the band is yet to really make their mark, and they're showing not a lot of promise with this latest single. Hatchie, I love me some Hatchie, but this latest single from them, Giving the World Away, it's more on the side of, you know, not a terrible song, but just really not what I'm looking for from Hatchie, and I thought it deserved a little recognition on my worst of the month. Chaz Cardigan's a young alternative pop rock artist with a good sound, but really not liking the direction he's taken with his latest single. Then A Skylit Drive popped back up. I'm not too caught up on the lineup situation with them, but from what I was reading in some comments on a YouTube video, it seems like it might even just be like a one-man project. The song sure sounds like it. It sounds really bad. Jordy Purp's another pretty new artist in my life with Fever 333's Jason Alan Butler on this track, and this PTSD song is not a fun one on the ears. And I had to feature this one, Faber Drive. I got their album right here on the wall. Faber Drive, I mean, that album is a classic for me from the mid-2000s. And Dave Faber, the lead singer, popping up here in 2022 with a song called Oceans. It's a Christian song. Looks like the guy's religious. And it's about the most cliche Christian song you could ever expect. Goody Grace featured on a song with this artist, Kelsey Carter. Don't know anything about her. Rest in Pieces is what I do not like about modern pop punk music. Sunflower Bean, another great indie rock group, I believe from Australia. Their new single, Who Put You Up to This? Really not liking the sound they're showing with this one. And then finally, this song, Debbie Downer. Lolo, who I'm not familiar with, but Maggie Lindemann, just have been getting into her, and featured on this track, came across my radar. Debbie Downer. You know what? The chorus is catchy, and I wasn't gonna throw it on my worst of the month, but there's just something about the blatantly Green Day ripoff verses and the overall bubblegum personality of the song that just annoys me. Now, enough with the worst of the month. Again, that playlist linked below if you do want to take a listen to those songs. Another thing, I'm doing a noteworthy singles playlist. I'm not going to dive into these songs. There's, 68 songs. Most of the stuff I listen to isn't going to make my best of the month. It's not going to make my worst of the month. But I would like to showcase a lot of this music that is, hey, it's good. It's worth a little bit of mention. But I don't have time to sit and talk about all of these songs. But really, it was a great month of music here, and I got 68 songs that I'd recommend taking a listen to. Notably, of the noteworthy singles, the noteworthy of the noteworthy, Sundara Karma, their song Oblivion's really cool. I'm really happy with the new single from Portugal The Man. Foals sounding great with their latest single. John the Ghost, the lead singer of The Main, his song Young at Heart, man, his solo stuff, it shows such an emotional side to his sound, and and his songwriting, and I love to hear it. Vance Joy's got a really nice new song with Don't Fade. I'm pretty happy with Father John Misty's track. Oh, see, I have the Debbie Downer on my noteworthy singles. At one point, I threw it on the noteworthy singles, and then I decided to throw it onto my worst of the month. I'm gonna remove it from the noteworthy. Brandon Boyd from Incubus, a solo single, A Better Universe, is pretty awesome. Really happy with the new Everything Everything track. Sweet Scarlet, one of the most underground bands on this list. Definitely recommend checking out their stuff. This new song from them, Last Train, definitely worth it. Shout out to Underduck. He's the guy behind my music bed, my intro and outro song. That's Underduck. And he's been putting out a couple songs recently. Rubber Band, his latest. His music's totally too weird for me, too experimental, but I can appreciate this song. Another very underground artist that I got to give a mention of is Jordan Clausen, a Vancouver artist where I'm from. His song Nico, a very sweet track. Glacier Veins really impresses me. Their new song Autonomy sounds great. North Lane, man, this band, heavy metalcore stuff, but their new song Plenty is just continuing to keep me really interested to see what else they've got coming. I'm just kind of getting familiar with that band. Their song Clockwork from last year was high up on my top 100, and I'm pretty impressed with this new one. All right, let's move on from the worst and the noteworthy into the best. My best of February, I've come up with 24 songs this month. And a little clarification as well, the deadline for my best of the month is anything that is February 18th. Anything that came out after the 18th is not eligible, and it pretty much runs for a 4-week period. I'm just looking at my calendar right now. The first week, anything after January 21st, all the way through to February 18th, that's what's in the running for my best of February. It's the only way to make it work if I want to have these playlists out around the end of the actual month. All the stuff that came out over the past week or so, I didn't have time to put my thoughts together on that stuff. But yeah, 24 songs to go over here from the past month. I'm gonna hit shuffle on my best of the month playlist, and I've got one in particular saved for last. I'm gonna be doing a song of the month, my favorite song of the month, and I've got one in mind for my best of February. But before we get to that, let's start with the other 23. Oh man, starting it off with this one, huh? Frank Turner, Miranda. Now, it's on a February album. It came out before February, this song. It was a single. Not quite sure exactly when it came out, but when it did come out, I did not throw it on a best of the month list. Shame on me, because this song is one of the greats. One of the greats from Frank. My father's called Miranda these days. This song is a true story. Frank Turner's father transitioned, is now a woman. It's now Miranda. Listen to this chorus. You would find a way to change. Yeah, this song is wow mood, man. And to give me a look into his life like this, write a true story, a true song, and with so much feeling and power within this chorus, it's spectacular. Okay, KULICK. KULICK is, of all the artists on this list, I recommend him probably the most. I adore this guy. A young, on-the-rise American artist. Poppy, emo, alternative. His latest album is what he's calling it, but it's 7 songs, 20 minutes. I'm calling it an EP. I'll talk a bit more about it in my album and EP roundup video. But he's got a couple off this that made my best of the month. His voice is so crisp. And the chorus drops in. If you know me, you know I like myself a drop-in of a chorus. You got part 1 of it, and then part 2. Just lifts it up even higher, and the feeling really comes through. Okay, you might recognize this one. This song was in need of this. Gaslighter, the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks song from 2020. It was on my top 100 of the year. Made it like to spot 19 or top 20, maybe number 20, I believe. No song in 2020 had the same amount of sing-along power for me as Gaslighter by the Chicks. And this band, Halfway Atlantic, a very underground pop-punk group that I believe maybe reached out to me on social media a while ago, and just before putting this song out, and I'm like, oh, well, I love the original, let's hear what you got, and you're sorry, but where's my apology? I think they did a really good job with this cover. Maybe the production could use a little bit of amping up, but definitely worth a shout out on my best of the month. All right, right back to KULICK. Said he had 2 songs on this, and the shuffle wanted to pay him some favor, I guess, putting him in early on the list. Necessities, the opening track on his latest release here. It's hard to say which one I like more, Necessities or For Once in My Life. This song has a bit more of a fast, pick-me-up type of pace to it. And I think I like this one the most, honestly. This chorus, there's not quite the amount of emotion to it, but the energy level and just such a runner. And I tell you, man, I say songs that lift you off your feet, make you run, those can be the most powerful songs. Just let go. And if you listen to the lyrics, there's plenty of relatable content there. This guy is so relatable, and one of my favorite discoveries of the past couple of years. Listen to this. That's real cool, huh? His delivery of the words. He's got a real talent there, and I want to hear more of that side from him. All right, Amber Run, Half Alive. Doesn't get much softer than this on my best of the month. Amber Run struggles to really land a huge mark on me because their songs tend to be a little softer like this. But they have a song from their 2017 album, For a Moment I Was Lost, the closing song, Wastelands, and that's a real slow burn of a track that adds up to some of the most powerful emotion I've ever felt in a song. And they've really kept me very happy with their releases since that. And this song, the drum work is the selling point for me. The drum work is so cool. And it's got this dark, brooding mood to it. Half Alive. Okay, Belmont, What I Lack. I reacted to Belmont's single before this one, had a great time with that track, Parasite, and that was my first song with the band. I remember hearing this for the first time just the other week, and after hearing a great song, you know, it was a follow-up to that last single, and that was a great single, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if I could expect them to hit me like they did with that last one, and this one's better in my opinion. I love how it's grown on me. It was just today that I finally made the final call to be like, oh, well, this is the best of the month. Listen to this. Wow, man. Their vocalist is just got such a sharp delivery. And this, it touches a nerve for me. Alt J. Alt J. Yeah, their newest album that I'll be talking about in my album roundup video, The Dream. This is the highlight. Happier when you're gone. I'm happier when you're gone. Okay, next up we got Beach House Finale. The final part of their 4-part album that again I will be talking about in my album roundup video. I haven't shared my thoughts on any of these 4 parts that they put out over the past 4 months, and I'm going to be sharing my brief thoughts on it all together with this album roundup. But as for my best of February, yeah, this is off the final part and finale, the opening track, ironically. Love the keys. Has this real bright shine to it. Again, with that kind of melancholic overlayering. If you know Beach House, I mean, this is what you can expect. And I think they really show some of the most beautiful sides of their sound on a song like this. A big part of what made this a best of the month was the verses keep me really interested. I really like her delivery here. And then just the way it lifts up there, and it's that feeling there, kind of that breathtaking feeling that, yeah, really just gets a sigh out of me, and I love that. And I love this line. The best time of all, I was not looking for it. All right, FLOR, play along. It's been too long since I've heard from FLOR. FLOR, alternative pop, signed with Fueled by Ramen. Don't see too many bands with Fueled by Ramen anymore, it seems, and I can depend on these guys for a good time. You got very cute vocals, very light, very gentle. Oh, super smooth, and there's a real strength to them as well, right? Which is backed up by the great drums. They've got just a very full sound, synthy, dazzling, and they come through with the hooks, man, and this hook's coming through. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was the hook, the first round hook, where they don't really come in with all the power. Typical formula. And this final chorus. I don't know. They don't have to do anything even too special for me to be like, ah, darn, it's the best of the month. I was a bit back and forth with this track. I could have just called it a noteworthy single, but they've got that grit, they've got that extra little bit of strength to them that I was just like, you know what, let's call it a best of the month. Now this one here, Spanish Love Songs. If you're into the emo music, you gotta check out Spanish Love Songs. Their album Brave Faces Everyone from 2020. I was seeing get some praise, and yeah, very well deserved. Now it looks like they're putting out an alternate version of that album. This is one of the songs off of it, Optimism. A little more subdued, definitely a different arrangement to the track. And this is the first time I've really connected with the song. I feel like when I got into the album, I don't know, I didn't connect with it as much as I have with this version of it.
I'll probably start with their money, but it's the clear backpacks, the 2 new fire exits. I'm buying a beer, don't wanna think of where I'm running. I know you're sick of looking,
Don't mind me singing along here. I'll cut it out if it really sucks. Take me out back and shoot me. You know my circuits are faulty. Now I've only ever been a kid, pointing out dead dogs on the road. Yeah, the mood of this chorus. It does it for me. It's a wonderful sing-along too. The melody within his words is gorgeous. And that's a real strength of this band. This singer carries the emotion in his words, unlike most. You might compare them to the Wonder Years. I definitely get a little bit of the Wonder Years from this band. All right, Foreign Air. Foreign Air, an alternative pop duo from the States, and they got a bit of a quirky sound. Their song Dum Dum from their 2020 album Good Morning Stranger is about my favorite from them. They got a lot of stuff that I find doesn't really land an emotional punch, but immediately in this new EP of theirs, yeah, it's pretty good, but this song has this immediate draw to it that the other songs don't have. I'm like, oh damn guys, and it's different. It's much more dreamy. It's a familiar dreamy alternative pop kind of drive sound, and I'm like, what? They don't do that with their other songs, so it's interesting to see them just kind of stray away from what I'm used to from them and give us a song like this. And I'd love to see them dive more into this because it's very effective. Listen to this. Listen to this. For one more night. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Classic, right? It sounds like something you should have heard before. That's how I feel. It's like, huh? Has this been done before? If so, do it again, because it's very effective. Just, you know, man. Doo-doo. It's got all the qualities to it of a sweet synth pop jam. Rex Orange County. Rex Orange County, of all the artists that have made my best of the month, is about the artist I'm least familiar with. Definitely a name I've become aware of over the past couple of years, but an artist I have not yet really dived into, or have yet to really find anything from him that's stood out to me until this one. Keep it up. Very sweet mood, great little beat to it. And yeah, originally I was thinking, oh, it's, you know, it's a pretty simple, catchy little alt pop type of tune. A little too simple for me, but the chorus holds a lot of feeling to it. Talk about how I don't pick up on lyrics too often, but this is very in your face. You're only holding out for what you want. You no longer owe the strangers. It's enough. It's enough. Keep it up and go on. Bring in the strings for what you want. I think for anyone, I think so many of us can just hear those words and take some encouragement from them. Keep it up. Keep it up and go on. You're only holding out for what you want, you know, and that definitely speaks to me. I'm not good at goodbyes. Yeah. Oliver Tree making my best of the month. No shame. I've seen no positive reviews for this album, but I am not your average music critic. Because I'm a sucker for this type of stuff. And I think the whole album, I'll get into it on my album roundup, but yeah, there's some big misses. But this song, she took me for a spin. The feeling, man. Have I told you I like when songs make me feel something? Because this one definitely makes me feel something there. This chorus is so good. My heart stopped beating and it sunk into my chest. That hit, man, just punches me. The whole tone of this is so wonderful. Okay, this is a heavy song. you know, both musically and lyrically. Dead American, Seosin co-vocalist or former vocalist, Code Reaver. They put out their debut full-length album this month, and the song REINA'S Song, I believe that's how you pronounce the name, Reina, Lost My Mind, is the absolute peak of emotion. I reacted to the single. I didn't react to this one actually, but Choke, I had it in my best of January. I think that's the best of the album. But this song carries all the emotion, no doubt about it, and spectacular. My brother caved into his drugs. We're on our way to the hospital. Listen to this. Up. That's my favorite someone. The only one I could depend on. I just feel so numb. Favorite someone. Oh. And now I can't feel anything. So yeah, if you can do that with a chorus, you're gonna have me coming back. This song actually makes me think of A Lot Like Birds with their song For Shelley. If you like the sound of a song like this, you will like that song. Okay, next up we got SHAMIR, Cold Brew. SHAMIR, new album from this guy. An artist that is a bit hit and miss for me, but I'm pretty happy with their latest album. And this song is right up there with the best we've heard from SHAMIR yet. So excited to hear a song like this from SHAMIR. Very polished, very snappy. It's got that melancholy, that little cut and you know, emotion. It's the recurring theme with my favorite music. You gotta give me that emotion, and this song comes through with it so nicely. And the lead up and the drop, you know, it's all just these little parts that make songs my favorites. So let's go brew a ginger beer and away with the nightmares. Gorgeous. I knew it. I was thinking we had two SHAMIR songs on this best of the month, and they both hadn't come up yet on the shuffle. Getting towards the end, they're both saved for back-to-back. Another one that I had to throw onto my best of the month from SHAMIR, another very snappy, polished, alternative pop, lenient type of song from this artist who definitely isn't known for being quite like this all the time, but I'd love to hear it. SHAMIR is very artsy, a little experimental, doing some stuff that I find is a little bit harder for me to wrap my hands around. So when I do hear them give me a song like this, it's very relieving and very promising towards what else feature SHAMIR can give us. Cold Brew's my big favorite, but this one's right there, and I had to include it as well. Just again, a rushed type of hook, good pacing. You know what I'm gonna say? The emotion, man, the feeling. And again, a little similar kind of what a little similar approach there with the way it cuts and drops into this post-chorus type of thing that really just helps lift it even further. Okay, Knuckle Puck, Lonely Island. Knuckle Puck are so much fun. Two separate vocalists, and that's a big part of their sound. It can just bounce back and forth between each other, and it really just helps fill up their verses. And on an island in the sky, this chorus is just a thrill. And wonder why. I think this is a fan favorite. Saw an Instagram post, I'm saying, hey, what's your favorite off this new EP of ours? And I was seeing a lot of people saying Lonely Island, and it's great when it's like, hey, that's my favorite too. It's cool to see that you're in the majority with a lot of other fans. And yeah, this chorus is just so energetic, so full of just full of everything that you're looking for in a really powerful pop punk tune. All right, Robert DeLong is why this came across my radar. I've been following Robert DeLong for several years, and Weathers I'm not as familiar with, but it's their song featuring Robert, and I'm gonna give him a follow right now, because this song is a real riot. Kind of water parks-ish, I guess. I would say if you like water parks, you should check this band out. A little more of a polished poppiness almost. This chorus is a real rush, man. Just stomping 16th notes. Real rush. This is one of the first songs of this month that I was like considering as a best of the month. Might not have the same amount of longevity to it though as some of these other songs on the best of the month, but a fun song, a thrilling track, good rush of a hook, exciting, and I'm looking forward to hearing more from Weathers. Darren Campbell, This Is Love. Darren, I'm so happy to have you on my best of the month list. Not the first time Darren's made it onto my best of the month. He's a Scottish singer-songwriter who reached out to me a few years back when I just started posting album reviews on Instagram. He was one of the first, one of the only underground artists to reach out to me and said, hey, check out my music. I'm like, all right. And I've been loving his stuff, honestly. You know, he's underground, but he's got some real talent. He is the brother of a member of the band Mr. Wives. His brother plays in Mr. Wives. So it runs in the family. And yeah, he's got his own singer-songwriter project. This is love, you know. Love the horns, man. Yeah, like Darren has like 100 monthly listeners on Spotify. No one's listening to this song, so when it comes to me trying to promote music, promote artists, this guy, I can't encourage you listen to him enough. I mean, this is love. If you're into some acoustic, friendly pop music, Darren should be up your alley. He's got some very, very good melodies in his music. Great songs. He nailed it with this whole horn thing. Very celebratory, very big, and a big part of why it pushes this song into my best of the month. SYML. Don't know if there's another way people say that. I like to call this artist Smile half the time just to save myself from saying SYML or something. Sweet Home. SYML. I've been listening to this artist for a few years, several years, maybe just a few, but never really found too much from him that's jumped out to me too much. I'd say this might be my new favorite. Welcome home, last and only one. His vocals are so smooth. Have no fear if you don't see the sun. I will hold you close. Gorgeous. Holds that sadness to it, and I love that feeling in a nice song like this. But at the same time, welcome home. It's happy but melancholic, right? And nothing like a bit of sweet melancholy in a song. I think you get the gist of it. This kind of maintains this mood for the rest of it, but such a pleasure, such a pleasure. When it comes to slow songs, this is one that can really keep my attention, and it's a great song to sink into. All right, we got TELLTALE with COBAIN. TELLTALE, a pretty new artist on my radar. One of the most exciting new artists that I can think of right now. Been really enjoying the stuff that I've been hearing from them. Honey Revenge featured on this. I don't know anything about Honey Revenge. You know, TELLTALE falls into the modern trap-infused pop-punk sound, post-hardcore leaning-ish, I guess. They go hard, man. I mean, they have a lot of power to them. The vocalist really stands out as well. No one else I can quite compare this guy to. Listen to this. Oh yeah, it's the second chorus. You gotta wait for that. Honey Revenge sounds great. Here it comes. The drums have such a boom, 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 boom. I love that. Goes away from home. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Great sound, and TELLTALE, I'm very excited to hear more from you guys. Yeah, JOYWAVE, making my best of the month with Buy American, a song that I believe did come out before February, but it's on a February album, and I heard it before February too, but at the time I did not think to make it a best of the month, and took a little more time with it on the album to realize that, yeah, this is the best of the month right here. We could be happy for a moment. Duty free. Chorus has a great stomp to it, but it's this melody. Hurts more, baby. It's that melody there that really pulls me in. Oh, when they play. It's a dancing hook. And the line right here. Hurts more, baby. Think less of it hurts more, baby. The delivery there is... It's why this song is the best of the month. Now this band called Shoreline, a brand new discovery, Shoreline. I believe they're from Europe. Not sure if they're from Germany or where they're exactly from. Their lead singer is Japanese, and he has a sound to his voice that is a big part of what draws me into their sound. This is a single from last year, came out in the spring, but I did not catch anything from them until this album here this month. So it's joining my best of February. Listen to him here. Favorite menu. Yeah, these guys are punk, branching into hardcore punk on some of these songs on this album. The melodies come through, though, on a good chunk of these, and there's a real energy to them that excites me, unlike a lot of music that I'm used to listening to. And this song, I think, is about the peak of that, you know, of that sound. I have to improvise to show you that you were wrong. Keep on doing what you do. This bridge here is a real part of the song's strength as well. Right here. Right here. Love the feeling of this bridge. Right back into the chorus. Comes through good, man. Comes through good. And that's it. We have made it to my #1 song of February. As you can tell, I'm always looking for the songs that hit me with the emotion, and I find if I'm looking for a song that can hit me with the emotion in the most unique way possible. I find the biggest power of music is its ability to be able to expose feelings that you didn't know existed, and I guess any art can really do that for you. But when a song can really hit a nerve, that's like, whoa, that's something new. The closer you can get to that, the higher up you're going to be for me. And this is the song that I think comes the closest to that for the month of February. This is Trophy Eyes, their latest single, Nobody Said. This is the 3rd single from Trophy Eyes leading up to, I believe we got a new album on the way. And I've been amazed by all of these singles. They've just been getting better. 27 Club, Bittersweet, and now Nobody Said. And I really feel like they've just been improving one from the other. Nobody said it would be. Nobody said it would be. Comes through, man. Massively powerful chorus, full of that kind of troubled backing to it. The lyrics are, the whole song are just so troubled. I said I could stop whenever I want, but that was years ago. The lyrics, every line is so lovely. Jeez, man. Listen. Where did your 20s go? Oh, and I just turned 30. Nobody said it would be there. And they really give it their all with this bridge. A lot of bands I feel like would give us you know, 4 bars, maybe 8 bars, and then wrap back into a hook, but they really push this one out. Can't stay here. This is where the song kind of lifts a bit, and it's like the clouds are parting, a little bit of hope. And they do this all to build up to this, all that energy we just got in the bridge. Take it away. And then do that. And there you go. The #1 song of the month. Yeah, there you go. That's the type of song that you're gonna see me going crazy about. So that's it. You gotta look at my best of the month, my worst of the month, some noteworthy singles. Love a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Hit the subscribe for more alternative content, and yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your favorite songs of the month were, what you thought of my favorites. Love to chat. I'll see you next time.